If something is not on your mind, it doesn't bother you.
Watch a thought arrive, watch it leave. You were here before it came, and you're still here after it goes. The thought moved. You didn't, which means you don't have to follow it. You never had to.
Thoughts are going to arise in the mind. It doesn't make sense to blindly follow whatever comes up in the mind.
A situation happens once, but in your mind it can replay 100 times, and every replay brings the same frustration, the same fear, the same pain. The event is over. What keeps it alive is the attention you keep giving it. The moment you stop feeding that thought, it begins to fade, and that is where you find your peace.
You are not your thoughts. Choose to just let it pass or to be hooked by it.
Some thoughts pass, others stay. When they pass, you barely notice them. When they hook you, you carry them for hours, sometimes days. You replay them, you argue with them, you build entire stories around them, and somewhere in all of that, you forget that the original thought lasted only a second. Everything after that, you took it from there. The thought did not hold on to you, you held on to it. And what you hold, you can choose to put down.
You have two choices. Either you master the mind, or you are being enslaved by the mind.
Most people think they are making choices, but if you watch closely, it is often the other way around. The thought appears and they follow it. An emotion rises and it takes over. They are not acting. They are reacting. That is not freedom. That is being carried by the mind. Mastering the mind does not mean controlling every thought. It means seeing the difference between noticing a thought and obeying it. The moment you see that difference, you are back in charge of yourself, and the mind becomes what it should be. A tool, rather than the master of your life.
This just means sometimes something comes up, but you don't know why. You don't know where it's coming from.
Sometimes all it takes is a smell, a place, or a familiar voice, and something old wakes up inside you. A memory, an emotion, a reaction you did not choose. The trigger came from outside. But what happens next is yours. Repeat the old pattern or meet it with open eyes.
Take the distance and consciously take a decision. How are you gonna act now upon whatever thought just popped up there?
Between the thought that appears and the action you take, there is a space. Most people never even notice it. A thought arises and the reaction follows instantly. No pause, no distance, just the mind running on habit. But the moment you find that space, even for a second, you are no longer inside it. You're looking at it, and from that distance, you get to choose which way you move. That small space is the only moment in your life that truly belongs to you.
Right now, you are at peace. Why are you at peace? Yeah, because you're not thinking. Because there's nothing you're being hooked upon.
The moments you feel most at peace, you're not doing anything. No thought has hooked you. No memory pulling you back, no worry pushing you forward. Just this. People spend their whole lives chasing that. They don't realize it was never missing. They were just covering it up. You don't find peace. You stop disturbing it.
But if a thought pops up and then you start to hook upon it, now the machinery starts. This is the pathway to misery.
Misery doesn't arrive all at once. It builds. One thought hooks you. Another follows. You build a story around it. Emotions follow the story. The body follows the emotions, and there you are, deep inside something that began with almost nothing. Not because life fell apart, because of one thought. That is the machinery, and once you start it, it doesn't stop on its own.
Where does your thought come from? From nowhere. It just comes. And when it leaves, where does it leave to? Nowhere.
A thought can appear without your permission. So why treat every thought as if it were telling you the truth? A thought isn't a command.
If you stay in these up and down cycles, you will never find peace like this.
The best day you've ever had felt good, but it passed, and when it did, part of you was already looking for the next one. That is the cycle. Up and down. Win and lose. Good and bad. Most people spend their whole lives riding that wave, convinced that peace is waiting at the top. It isn't. Because the top always leads back down. Peace isn't a high point in the cycle. It's what's left when you stop needing life to go your way.
You cannot be the rise and you cannot be the decline. You must be someone that is able to witness it.
Watch a thought arrive, watch it leave. You just did both, which means you were there before it came and still there after it went. The thought moved. You didn't. Every feeling, every mood, every belief, they all arrive and they all leave, but something in you never does. That is the thing that stays. That is who you are.
And this is the perception that gives you peace.
Not something you earn, not something you build, just what happens when you finally see clearly.
This is the perception that moves beyond good and bad, beyond joy and sadness.
Most people feel steady only when life goes their way. The moment life turns, they turn with it. But what he is pointing to does not turn. It watches the good arrive. It watches the bad arrive. And it belongs to neither one. That is what does not move, and this is how you become unmovable.